piping hot. Let's get in there, see if we can get some of this out. Whoa! That is delicious. Wow. Welcome back once again to How to Cook Great Food. On the menu today, check that out, really nice. We're gonna make sausages. I'm using a pork sausage with baked beans, with potatoes, sort of like a kind of sausage shepherd's pie or potato pie. Delicious, nice and easy. Some firm English favourites in there. Let's go take a look at what we need. Okay, so we're going to start off with our potatoes. Now I've got double the amount there, so you only need half this amount. I'm going to use this for 2 recipes. Peeled the potatoes, give it a little wash. They're nice and chunky. They're in some cold salted water. We're going to get them onto the cooker and we're going to cook them until they're like baby food, really nice and soft. So you can put your knife in. When you pull your knife out, the potato drops off. Probably going to take about 15 minutes once it reaches boiling point. Okay, let's have a look. Knife. Nothing's coming out. That means they're cooked beautifully. Right, off goes the heat. What we're going to do is we're going to drain the water off and then get the potatoes back in that pan for mashing. Okay, so there they are, drained off, steaming hot, potato masher. Let's get in, a bit of elbow grease as we call it, and go for about 3 minutes, and then we're going to add a few bits to it. Okay, so that's had a decent mash. We still need to keep going, but we're now going to add some butter. In that goes. We're going to add some black pepper. Not adding any salt because we've got salt with the potatoes when we cook them. Let's mash this up first, then we're going to add a drop of milk into it. That is beautifully mashed now, nice and smooth. Now we're going to add some milk. Now it's quite important that you don't add the milk early on, add it just at the end there. You could use cream if you wanted. I'm just using a touch of milk there. Just give that a little push around. Wooden spoon, give it a nice mix. Our mash is done. We can now move on. Set this aside. We can move on to the next step of our recipe. Okay, so our potatoes are done. Set them aside. Sausages. I've got a packet here of pork sausages. You could be using chicken, beef, lamb or veggie sausages. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to cut them off. They're in a nice old string there. Cartoon fashion. What I'm going to do now is get them snipped up, get them over to the cooker. We're going to fry these off first. So I've just got these in a pan with a touch of oil, just using a little bit of sunflower oil. Now what I like to do with my sausages is I don't cook them high, a nice low heat. Put these ones, it could be about 7 or 8 minutes, flipping them every now and then. So while our sausages are cooking away there, I just thought I'd show you the other ingredients that we're going to be using. So I've got half a can of tomatoes, so that'd be like 200 ml, half a can of beans, so like one of those size ones, you know, those kind of little mini ones, not a full can. Chopped onion, garlic, chopped garlic, and then what I'm using today, salt, pepper, chili powder and thyme. That's what I like, but you can really change around with that if you want, you know, get some oregano in there, some, you know, some other herbs, basil or something like that, entirely up to you. What we're going to do is once our sausages are cooked, we're going to set them aside. We're going to get over, make this sauce, chop our sausages and reintroduce the sausages into this sauce. Really easy. Check them out, absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to fetch them out. What we're going to do is let them cool down. Once they're cooled down, I'm going to cut them probably into like 4 pieces each, you know, kind of bite-sized pieces. And then we're going to get ready with those other ingredients that I showed you earlier. We're going to cook them in here. But what I'm going to do is, yeah, there's too much oil in there. It's going to reduce that down by maybe 50–60%, then we're back in this pan. Okay, here we are then. So, reduce that oil down by about 60%. We're going to drop in our onion. I've sliced mine, I mean you can chop it smaller if you want. I'm going to drop in that garlic, bit of chopped garlic in there. About 3 minutes on a kind of fairly lively heat, meaning above a medium. Keep it moving. This is going to be delicious. There you go, nice bit of colour on those. What we're going to do now is get our sausages in there. We're going to add salt, pepper, a little bit of chili powder and the thyme. But like I say, you can muck about with that. You can use something different if you want. I think the little bit of chili in there is wonderful. Just about 2 minutes, just to bring it together. Then simply we're going to add our beans and our tomatoes. I love that. I love those onions getting a nice bit of kind of blackening on them. Gives them a lovely flavour. Right, we're going to drop in that half can of tomatoes. And our small can of beans. I've just now set the heat to low on a simmer. And just let that go now for about 4 to 5 minutes, giving it a stir every now and then. We're done. So we've got our potatoes done and we've now got our sauce, our sausage and bean sauce to go underneath. Okay, we're ready. So there's our lovely sausages and beans. We've got our mashed potato there, and I've got some cheese that we're going to put on the top. I'm using a mozzarella cheese. Use cheddar or something like that if you want. What we need to do now is get it into an oven-proof dish. It can be glass, it can be metal, or it can be ceramic. I'm going to use ceramic, I think. What I want you to do first is get your oven on full blast, maximum heat. Everything here is cooked. We're just bringing it together. Okay, so here's my ceramic oven-proof dish. As you can see, I've put all our lovely sauce in there. What I'm going to do now is grab some potato, spoon that onto the top. The amount of potato that you put on is up to you. I might go quite thick on this one, I think. It's quite small, this dish. So on it goes. And I'll be back in a moment. Let me just finish this off. Okay, there you go. And what I've done is with a fork, I just got a few little kind of peaks and troughs on it. Just kind of makes it a bit more kind of crispier once it's in the oven. Bit of cheese, like I said, I'm using mozzarella, but please go ahead and use cheddar or another cheese you want. No, I really like blue cheese. Imagine putting some lovely gorgonzola on top of that. Wow. I wish I had some, I'd put it on. That's your lot. That's going to go in my oven, full blast, middle shelf, for about, depending on your oven, all ovens are different, but that's going to go in for like 8 to 10 minutes. I'll see you when that comes out. And there you go. Straight out the oven. That is piping hot. That is absolutely delicious. That was in my oven about 9 minutes, full blast. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Give us a thumbs up. Say hello. We do like to hear from you. Keep well. Lots of love.